First thing to do here is get rid of the fractions within the fractions. So we want to multiply top and bottom of this fraction by something that will cancel out all of the denominators. So what we can do is just multiply, well, if I want to get rid of this x minus 2, let's multiply by x minus 2. But then I also have to do that on the bottom. So anything I multiply on the top, I have to multiply on the bottom because I need those to divide out and cancel down to 1. So if I only multiply something to the top of the fraction, then I'm changing the number. But if I multiply by something divided by itself, well, anything divided by itself is 1, so that will cancel out, and we're not really changing the number, just how it looks. All right, if I want to get rid of this x plus 1, then let's multiply by x plus 1. And if I want to get rid of this x, let's throw an x on there. It may help to think of these as being divided by 1. All right, on the top, we just have two simple fractions to multiply together, the 16 over x minus 2, and then the x times x minus 2 times x plus 1. So I'm just going to think of this all as one big fraction with the top in a big string of multiplication and the bottom with multiplication as well. So on the top we have an x minus 2, and on the bottom we have an x minus 2. Those will cancel. So we'll just be left with 1 in the bottom. And then we have 16 times x plus 1. So that x minus 2 drops out. So that is the top of the big green fraction. Now let's look at the bottom. So we're going to have to use the distributive property here. So we take this x times x minus 2 times x plus 1, and let's multiply it by 4 over x plus 1. So 4 over x plus 1 times x minus 2 times x plus 1 over 1. Well, we've got an x plus 1 on the bottom, x plus 1 on the top. So we'll be left with 4x minus 2. All right, now let's take the x times x minus 2 times x plus 1 and multiply by the last piece, the 6 over x. So we have 6 over x times x minus 2 times x plus 1 all over 1. So the x on top cancels with the x on bottom, and we have 6 times x minus 2 times x plus 1. Okay. Now what we can do is multiply out the bottom, combine like terms, and see if we can factor anything, because we potentially could be able to factor something out that would allow us to cancel with maybe that x plus 1. So I'm going to start this on the bottom left. So we have in the denominator 4x times x is going to give 4x squared. 4x times negative 2 is negative 8x plus, and then I'm going to do 6 times, I'll FOIL out x minus 2 and x plus 1. So that'll give, let's see, x squared, and we'll have 1x minus 2x, so that's negative x minus 2. So then we can distribute, and we get, that'll become 6x squared minus 6x minus 12. All right, combine like terms, we get 10x squared. Then we only have let's see, minus 8x and minus 6x together. That's going to be negative 14x minus 12. So the denominator will become that. We can pull out a 2. Yeah, that's the biggest number. All of those are divisible by. So we can say 2 times 5x squared minus 7x minus 6. All right. Well, let's take a look at that polynomial there, 5x squared minus 7x minus 6, and let's see if we can factor that. So using x factor, we're going to put a negative 7 in the top. And then 5 times negative 6 is negative 30. So then we can say, let's see, look for numbers that multiply to be negative 30, add to be negative 7. So it's not going to be 1 and 30. It's not going to be 2 and 15. It's going to be 3 and 10. So the 10 will have to be negative if they're going to add to negative 7. And then 3. Let me erase some stuff up top to give myself some room. Oh, I shouldn't have erased all that. Okay, let's just erase this much. Okay, now I can say, so I have the 6x times x plus 1 on the top. And then we're going to divide by, I guess I haven't finished factoring that yet. So we'll take, let's see, negative 10 and 3. Steal the leading coefficient, which was a 5. So we get 5x, then minus 10. And then 5x, then there's a plus 3. Divide out the greatest common factor. In this case, it's going to be 5, not 2. And in this case, it's 1. So that leaves us with a factored form. Not forget about the 2 from the bottom there. So then when we factor the polynomial, we get, this will be x minus 2 and 5x plus 3. Nothing to cancel there. So that right there is as far as we can go.